Node 4 recently commissioned a survey of 200 IT decision makers of the UK mid-market on the adoption of unified communications, and just over half of that, 52% of the companies, have adopted UC in some form, and encouragingly the remainder are either running a pilot or plan to trial within the next 12 months. But on the flip side of the encouraging results, only 18% of mid-market companies feel their systems operate within the top quartile of UC functionality or collaboration functionality. So the significance in those findings is that a lot of companies are missing out on the benefits of a collaborative platform in their work environment. And that collaborative platform will enable the next round of productivity gains and the drive to a digitization and to an agile workforce or an agile company. So when we deploy the full collaborative applications, which is voice, video, email integration and voicemail integration, IM and presence, and next generation of applications, then we can start to work in different ways and provide a mobile, location independent, and more collaborative environment for our workforce. One of the reasons I think we're seeing such a low uptake of the full collaborative environment, although a lot of companies view a collaborative platform, a UC platform, as very important, is down to the economics of providing an enterprise class solution in a mid-market environment. So realistically, we need to have the full suite of what we would class as enterprise class collaboration, but to an economic platform that the mid-market can afford or consume in a more agile way. And that means that they really want to consume this collaboration technology through cloud services. And that hasn't been readily available in the market until pretty recently. The current trends in collaboration are really the bringing together of the physical and the virtual worlds. And we've kind of done that previously in almost a two-dimensional aspect where we had things like video conferencing that brought people together in meetings. But we're now taking a step forward in a collaboration environment to move from just the traditional, what we would class as UC apps or unified communications apps, which are voice, video, IM and presence, integrated voicemail and email. And now we're starting to layer on top of that a couple of developments in the market. Things like next generation of messaging and meeting applications, almost like a WhatsApp for business. So we have things like Cisco Spark and Slack leading the market in those areas. We're also seeing the integration of AI and the IoT, the Internet of Things, into that collaborative environment, mainly driven through those applications. So now collaboration is not just about two or more people working together towards a common goal. It's also two or more people, things or machines working together towards a common goal. Traditional companies are being challenged by the next generation of agile organizations. And a lot of their agility has been brought about by new collaborative ways of working. So if you look at the likes of Uber, they are very much disrupting the traditional taxi industry. Even in high manufacturing environments like vehicle manufacturing, that industry is also being disrupted by people like Tesla. That disruption is being driven by the fact that these new organizations are very lean and very agile, and that's because they work in a very, very different way. They work in a collaborative environment. So traditionally, or in the past, we used to work as individuals, and now these agile companies work as teams. So they collaborate rather than working individually on products. We also have an environment where instead of having fixed long-term teams that just do a single job, we have dynamic agile teams where we come together on a project basis and then disband and move on to different products. So you can be working with different people at different times on different projects. We've also moved from an environment where traditionally we would work within the bounds of our own organisation to an environment where we now have to partner with maybe even other competitors, but certainly with vendors and with customers in an environment that will drive teamwork not just within our company, but also outside the boundaries of our company. And lastly, we have a very, very different workforce now, where traditionally everybody came into the office and had their fixed cubicle, their fixed point of work. We now have a very, very mobile environment where people want to do work wherever they are based, whether it's at home, whether it's in a different office, whether it's on a customer site. It really doesn't matter. Work is about something they do, not a place they go to. And companies that embrace those new ways of working really reap the rewards and become a very agile, fast-moving competitor. We've talked a little bit about the mid-term horizon and where the market and the trends are going in the short term, which is the introduction of AI and IoT and the next generation of messaging and meeting applications. And I think that trend will continue for a number of years. That's certainly going to be the big topic, and with a slant of mobility first. So all of these collaboration tools that we're developing now will have to be delivered in a user experience that is driven by user demand or user preference, where potentially it will be a mobile first application that can be used as a desktop. And that's a step change in the industry. Looking further out, what we're starting to see is now a three-dimensional linking of virtual and physical worlds. We're starting to see things like VR coming into the meeting space. And I think that is going to be a longer-term development for the market, where actually, rather than having this two-dimensional virtual and physical integrated world, we'll start to have a three-dimensional physical and virtually integrated world, where I can go into an application with a user experience that is three-dimensional and interact with objects that are both virtual or real, and that integration will be seamless. Node 4 have reacted to the trends that we see in the market through our survey responses, and we've built a collaborative platform that is specifically aimed at mid-market customers, but with an enterprise class collaborative experience. And we've developed that through a cloud delivery model, which is what our customers want, so that they can be flexible, have predictable cost base, and grow or shrink as their business changes. We've also developed the platform on best of breed technologies so that we can adapt to trends as we see them, technology trends that we're seeing in the market, things like AI, things like next generation meeting and messaging applications. But also we have the building blocks with best of breed technology that can cater for the long-term vision and developments such as virtual reality, as and when they become a requirement of our customers and viable in market. Our vision for the future for Node 4's collaborative platform is that we want to provide an environment that brings the physical and virtual worlds together, but not for technology's sake. We always want to do that aimed at the mid-market and to provide tangible business benefits for our mid-market customers as they transition into this new digital world and to a more collaborative and agile workforce.